Hello, biological anthropology lab students, anthropology 141L. So here we are in this week of April. I'm putting this material on the week a little bit late. Technically the week sort of begins, back on the 27th, but here we're on the 29th. I'm kind of like postponing a little information to give you a little bit more time to sort of catch up and work through the problem sets. The last chapter that you're working on was chapter 14 of the workbook. Now we're moving on to chapter 15. This will begin to explore the Australopiths and the early members of the genus Homo, more in introspective, looking at the skeletal material. Last week, you were actually sort of looking at these on films in the lecture portion of the class, if you're in the lecture portion of the class, and talked to you a little about some of the controversies surrounding the emergence of the genus Homo. Well, this sort of chapter here lets you look at the basic differences between the early members of a genus and the differences between the early members of our genus and the Australopithecines. Now, there is actually one exercise in here that I don't want you to do. And you can do it if you want to, but you're not required to. It's exercise 4, and it's right here on page 422, and it is entitled Australopithecus sediba. One of the reasons we're going to not look at Australopithecus sediba is that it's not a really well understood species at this point. um, Date range, what it is, the context in which it was living, all the other deeply contextual sort of material is not relatively well known. So, whilst Australopithecus sediba is there, how to interpret what it is right now is a very difficult sort of thing. And until that becomes more clear in science, I don't want to put it in front of you right yet. There's another reason too, is that when I'm looking at this particular chapter, there's a lot of work to do. So I'm trying to ease up on that and taking away the stuff that I think is just too trivial, and it's not going to help you get a better understanding. So we'll just get rid of that exercise. But the rest I want you to do, including the questions. All right. All right. Now, many of you are giving me email questions. Many of you are calling me by phone, which is just great to help clarify some of your issues. I thoroughly encourage it. A phone might be better for you, and I can actually send you pictures or statements to clarify exactly what you want. So remember, that's 916-588-6619. Now, for next week, we'll be talking about doing the last lab or so, which is going to be talking about the emergence of Homo erectus and finally anatomically modern sapiens. And we'll wrap up the lab maybe a week short of where it's normally designed to be. So that'll allow you to sort of catch up on the material, get everything down in your lab notebook. Remember all of the questions and all of the things that you have. The exercises need to go in your lab notebook. So you think about, the things that you've seen in the course, things that you want to add to it. Because, that's a significant part of your grade, and I am going to read all of it. Now, in reality, I've been trying to, be fair with you. These are extraordinary circumstances that I think everyone is in right now, and I think more so for students. And it's completely uneven terrain on how you're all experiencing this and what you have to negotiate in your life. So, no, I'm not going to be a stickler for the grading, okay? But I would like to see something that says I've learned, and something that says, oh, that's okay, and then you can get your coveted A if that's what you sort of choose. But if I see just basic scratch and basically nothing down in there, I'm not going to let you fail because I really understand you're making an attempt. I understand that, but you may not get an A, and I want you to do that. So try to throw a little polish in there to let me know that you actually cared a little bit. Okay? All right. We'll talk later. Bye.